Resource-rich and economically poor, Honduras has lost more forests than any other country in Central America.
In
the past, it used to be easy to see a deer. It used to be easy to see paca, but now they're not there.
Slash and burned hillsides grow meager stands of corn. Valleys, once rich with wildlife, provide grazing for cattle.
The animals are not there because the forest went away. It is the same with the water.
Generations of slash and burn agriculture have left barren hillsides and muddy streams, deteriorating water quality.
After a few years, erosion washes away the rich soil and the people move on to the next hillside, and the cycle repeats.
I don't hide it. I used to do a lot of deforestation, cut down a lot of trees for wood. I used to kill a lot of animals. I raped the land.
The project that helped change the minds of those near Pico Bonito is a unique partnership between the Foundation for Pico Bonito National Park, the organization that protects the forest, Ecologic, a U.S. nonprofit organization, and the World Bank's Biocarbon Fund. The project created options for people to earn income from replanting and protecting forests, replacing lost income from deforestation.
We cannot just tell them, not to cut the trees, not to kill the animals. We have to give it an auction. The company is the one that's running all the what is the business, like planting the trees, hiring employees, signing contracts with the Biocarbon Fund to sell the carbon credits, and eventually this company also will sell the wood.
There's always someone that can make you change, and that was the project.
And that's when I realized that I want to become a defender of the resources, a defender of the planet. And now I carry it in my blood.
The new venture, Pico Bonito Forest, is an innovative business model that is owned together by investors and the local community. Through it, 1 million native tropical hardwood trees will be planted, reversing years of environmental degradation and providing a habitat for endangered species in the Mesoamerican biological corridor.
If we can help support the organization of local people, they can actually be the best defense of nature and the best leaders of sustainable development.
The community can also plant crops among the trees to earn income from bananas, cacao, and flowers for export.
Bueno, para poder venir y hacer algo.
To be able to start, we hired a forestry operator with a lot of experience. Through their advice, we are managing 16 native species of trees.
Saul Bustillo, a local farmer and lifelong resident. He works tirelessly to convince others to join him.
I think it's natural for communities to be suspicious at the beginning of what you're going to do in the communities. Who are these people? What are they coming to do?
At the beginning of the project, I had a lot of meetings with the people from the communities to talk about the project, to tell them that this was a real project and not a joke.
It's difficult to go and tell a person like, okay, I wanna you to plant trees in your land. But they will tell you, well, trees will produce in 20, 25 years. I want to eat tomorrow.
Local cooperation was critical. Saul put his life on the line to protect the forests and convince his neighbors to stop illegal logging.
People like Don Saul are the kind of examples that we want, and they are leaders. When they are involved, we can get a lot of credibility in the community.
I go into communities and help individuals to set the agroforestry plots, planting bananas, raising poultry. I'm trying to get people to stay in the same area so they will not go and deforest a new area.
Where we bring people from different communities of the park to see what is an agroforestry plot, what is to do those models, and they will be replicated in the other areas.
Agroforestry is the side-by-side cultivation of trees and agricultural crops. Any wood harvesting will be done in a sustainable manner to maintain carbon sequestration.
So you will have crops in 3 months with the corn, 9 months for the bananas and plantains, certain fruit they will produce in 3 or 4 years, and the trees eventually will be ready to cut in 25, 30 years.
You really have to go through a whole process of proving to the community that this will benefit them.
Okay.
What we do is we employ people from one community for a week, then we employ people from another community for a week in order to distribute the employment around the community. So that way, not just people from one community work on the project.
And the revenues from the projects that Pico Bonito is going to get is going to go towards the communities to improve the livelihood, to build schools, to do agroforestry projects. The employees that live in the communities, they have a percentage of the shares of the company too. So it's also they are part owners.
Una de las primeras es de que
One of the situations is that the community now feels ownership of the project. And second, they are being trained.
se han capacitado.
Pico Bonito Forests sought assistance from the Biocarbon Fund, an initiative from the World Bank.
Well, in this project, we will pay for carbon credits that are generated from carbon sequestration by standing trees. And that money will go to the community.
So we have a contract with the Biocarbon Fund to supply certain tons of carbon, and they will pay you in exchange.
So people have incentives to say that an alternative livelihoods created out of that.
This is one of the projects that we have that does both the reforestation component and is looking at avoided deforestation. So it's really a trendsetter.
Avoided deforestation, also known as RED, has been identified as one of the most cost-effective strategies to stop climate change. This component of the project prevents primary old-growth forests from being cut down by paying for the carbon, protecting critical endangered habitats.
We felt that it was important to stop the problem at the root cause, which is deforestation, instead of replanting degraded areas later. And this project pioneers doing that.
The results are manifold. New types of jobs, new industries, and a new approach to restoring and preserving natural resources.
Well, the World Bank wanted to demonstrate that land use and forestry can be part of the solution for climate change. Since 20% of climate change is caused by land use and forestry, we felt it should be part of the solution as well.
The goals of the Biocarbon Fund go beyond just the carbon aspect and climate change aspects. We also want to make sure that the projects are bringing additional environmental benefits and also bringing social benefits.
The social impact has been very positive, because in the past the communities used to migrate because there was no employment in the area, and now they are staying in the community.
More income in the area. You see people is definitely sending the kids to school. They are, improving the houses.
I've talked to environmentalists and people who come from Europe and the US, and they're surprised when they find out that a lot of the work that we do that goes into social work.
We have benefit from the project, and the project has employment for all the people in the communities.
The major benefits, we want them to be at roots level. We want people to have what is basically needed to have a healthy life, to have a job, and to have the minimum to have a good life.
Pico Bonito Forest is inspiring local people to care for their forests, improving their lives and contributing to a healthier environment.